Episode 3 is in the bag, and Futurama is back to form with this nonsensical and topical episode. Now in the first episode back, they had to do the meta thing and shit on producers, writers, and fans. The second episode was to remind us that Futurama isn't just about the laughs.
None of the flavor, all of the addiction!
It can hit those emotional beats just as well as it did in the original run. But now, we're off on a classic, nonsense Futurama adventure to the land of California to go Bitcoin mining.
This gives me a desperate idea!
Fry gets to be a galoot.
Do I get to die in your next book?
Bender goes on an adventure with his ass.
I'm gonna call him Rusty.
And the professor once again let Planet Express go bankrupt.
Planet Express is done for.
Best episode of the season so far. I'm the type of fan who enjoys these episodes. I liked how topical it was.
Dog dumplings. It's just a danged Ethereum.
Similar to Attack of the Killer app in the iPhones.
Dumb bastards.
But before we get into the episode, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so we don't all end up like the habitants of Planet Clark.
Guess what's back?
The Planet Clark?
Nope.
Welcome to the Hip Joint, where Futurama fans get in free. The episode begins with some
News! Bad!
because the professor's Bitcoin investment has put Planet Express at the brink of closure. Again.
But this is the end.
Leaving him at the mercy of the robot mafia.
Yo, we're also leg brokers.
But as Bitcoin starts to rise again, the professor decides it's time to head out west and try and strike it rich. And California looks a little different than the last time we saw it in The Cryonic Woman, when Fry and Michelle get dropped outside Los Angeles.
Seriously, I'm weirded out.
We then learn the professor's plan isn't to mine Bitcoin, it's to mine thallium, a material used in the manufacturing of electronics.
Blam! You're mining crypto!
Their arrival to the lawless crypto country
It's pretty lawless out here in crypto country.
has them convert the ship into an oxen-drawn carriage, which they seem to have in storage or something, because Leela drops this line.
It's a good thing we brought the oxen. Usually we don't.
And I enjoyed the census-taking prospector as they roll into the city of Doge.
Looks like you got 7 hornswogglers and a galoot.
Kind of reminds me of Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2.
Take that, space toy!
But it seems my fascination with these new episodes is returning characters, and this episode is no different. As the first returning character I want to talk about is Roberto. I'm glad to have him back in this episode, on the same level as the Grand Midwife from the last episode.
I am the Grand Midwife.
Roberto is the best anytime he's on screen,
What's with the jumbo prawn?
as he rolls into town toting his gun knife,
I invented stole.
that he also provides the sound effects for
Patang!
while he racks up the kill count with his unlimited ammo. And he was trying to better himself by seeing an anger management counselor who met his end after breaking that doctor-patient confidentiality that Roberto cared so deeply about.
Patang!
Because after this betrayal, he's back to his old habits of stealing,
Give me the nugget. And the daisy, too. I gotta know how it comes out.
killing, and being absolutely crazy.
Where's that beer I didn't order?
You didn't order.
He then decides to employ the services of one Amarillo Dwight
On account of I wrote a geography report on it.
to try and rob a Wells crypto stagecoach.
Only they ain't never gonna reach San Francisco.
That didn't end very well. I didn't really understand why Dwight idolized Roberto so much. We saw him idolize Bender, and Bender should not be allowed on TV, but I liken that more to peer pressure.
Look, I'm Bender.
But this felt out of place. In fact, him being in the episode just didn't fit.
She sure was wrong.
There have been plenty of times where not every crew member was present in every episode's adventure,
Focus!
so I don't see why they needed to add Dwight just to give him and Hermes something to do.
Your spine! It's magnificent!
The tension was too shoehorned in,
Limbo is stupid.
and I would have preferred an entire episode dedicated to Dwight and his love-hate relationship with Limbo.
I'm just like Hermes. I'm just like.
And the resolution at the end of Dwight rescuing Hermes from the crossfire of the standoff looked terrible. Though it was funny how he limboed all the way around the hole just to climb up the bottom of the bridge and fall in from above. And I liked when he dropped this line.
He's cooler than a green snake smoking a sugarcane vape.
Just like his old man, with a twist.
No self-respecting green snake would do that.
So it wasn't all bad, it just feels like because the show is back, they feel the need to have every crew member in every episode, and give them something to do.
I'm not sure Leela has the skills to be a barmaid.
It would have been better if Hermes just wasn't in the episode at all.
Never.
Then we could have expanded on Bender and his ass, or the professor's search for thallium.
There's thallium in them thar hills.
But I feel we missed out on a potentially great episode of Dwight discovering his talent for limbo.
Limbo is not entirely stupid.
Oh, son, neither are you.
Fry has a fun little adventure alongside the Borax kid,
It wouldn't be private.
who I don't remember all that well from the 3 other episodes he's in, but seeing him in this episode, dude kinda sucks. But Fry, being the galoot he is, falls right in line as his sidekick.
Do I get to die in your next book?
Page 3.
It's only after Fry gets cucked by the kid
It's nice to see you two getting along so intimately.
that he learns all those moving picture books were lies, and that really upset him for some reason.
I'm calling you out, kid.
And it seems the show is going for more of an ambiguous relationship between Leela and Fry,
Care to escort me to the brothel?
because while Leela is working as a barmaid, she's also getting offers to visit the back room. Well, one offer.
But it's nice to be asked.
And Fry doesn't seem too upset about that. He did have a funny line when Leela asks him if there was anything she could do to look sluttier.
You think of anything I can do to look sluttier?
Nope.
But probably the best storyline of the episode was Bender and his ass.
His butt ass.
No, not that one.
Ass into the tumbleweeds as we ass by.
Bender purchases this thoroughbred racehorse
Donkeys are just ugly horses, Amy.
and already has the best name picked out for him.
I'm gonna call him Rusty.
Good, 'cause that's his name.
And I thought it was a great idea to have Bender literally buy an ass so he and everybody else can spend the entire episode making jokes about him and his ass,
I performed surgery on Bender's ass.
including this song that I didn't like the first time, but it's starting to grow on me. And it was hilarious when he snapped Rusty's back, then took him to Zoidberg to get fixed,
Get me a bottle of animal whiskey.
and all Zoidberg did was wrap pieces of wood around him to straighten him out.
Zoidberg is the hero.
You can tell Bender developed a special bond with his ass, as Rusty literally kicked down doors to find Bender after he went missing.
He's picked up Bender's scent.
Is what now?
Now, Futurama's cast of quirky characters grows with the introduction of the cackling assayer, an all-in-one operation,
He who smells it, doubts it.
who apparently eats a lot of fried food
But fried food makes me cackle.
and has it out for the saloon's piano player for whatever reason.
Get yourself tuned to get out of town, you overgrown teletype machine.
And this is the guy I thought was the Golden Bender we saw in the trailer.
I do my best, damn it!
But he's just a sarcastic saloon pianist
Yeah, a soup kitchen.
that's got the right attitude and the right tune for any situation.
You, play something Jamaican.
The episode then comes to an end in front of the Sweatwater Saloon as Fry calls out the Borax Kid for his plagiarism.
I'm calling you out, kid.
The cackling assayer calls out the piano player, once again for whatever reason.
I told you, stop that racket.
But more importantly, Bender calls out Delilah
I'm calling you out.
for stealing his head to mine Bitcoin,
No, I'm not okay. That's a stupid question.
putting him through the worst torture imaginable.
Any number you can think of, there's a number bigger than that.
This six-way showdown has but one casualty before Roberto calls for an end to all this useless violence.
Can't we all just agree to use knives?
Delilah gets away with continuing to mine Bitcoin with robot heads, which I guess is fine.
I donate all the proceeds to a local orphanage.
I do feel kind of bad for the robot mafia.
I'm gonna give this brothel a really bad Yelp review.
Guess we won't be seeing them again,
That sounds like something we would enjoy.
but at least the professor doesn't have to pay them back.
We're also leg brokers.
But be sure to check back next week for my breakdown of Parasites Regained, the Dune parody that's taking us back to visit the worms.
Okay, I'm done.